Hi guys, how are things? We're up in Roundwood here today, and there's a bit of a squally weather coming in here. It's going to be lashing shortly. So what we're doing today is we're showing you a way of making do with what you've got. Now, anybody that watches this channel, they'll be familiar with this knife. It's my Tom Brown tracker. Now this is an unbreakable piece of survival equipment. I love it. You can see it's got a lot of use. And if I had an option, I would pair this with the best bushcraft knife in the world, in my thinking, and that is the LT Ride Genesis full tang. So this could actually serve in survival duties as well because it's full tang. But on our last video we discussed Cody Lundeen and the knife he uses, which is a Mora classic. And everybody has a Mora classic. I love them myself. Great little neck knife. And what we're going to be doing today is showing you how we can, with this small stick tang knife, batten through this, okay? So, usually, you'll never catch me without a full tang knife because I really believe in structural integrity. And folding knives, even high-end expensive folding knives will break very, very easily. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little check line into here, okay? Working with the rings, okay? So we always want to make battening as easy as possible as we can, okay? So we have what we call here a check line, okay? So I'm going to resheath my knife. And we have a series of wedges that I made from branches. Different lengths and different thicknesses, okay? So I want to start here out at the edge. We're just going to tap this guy in a little bit, okay? And when it gets wide enough, we're going to put the next guy in. Now I just might have to shave this off a little bit. So it's really using physics in your favour to batten this. Obviously it's not going to be as quick as putting that big Tom Brown through it that's a 1/4 inch thick. But the purpose of this is showing you how we can do something with a stick tang knife. Now, indeed, this is probably a method that we would adopt if we had to go through something like this with the Genesis as well. So this is starting to split away in us now already. Okay, so we're going to go back to this check line and take that little bit off. So when you have a series of wedges, the whole idea is that you don't really have to hit it too hard for it to start to split away. That's starting to split away again. Just put this thicker wedge in here. Now we're going to put another check mark in here. Just be very careful when you're lifting your knife off the check mark that you don't slide it over onto your hand. Okay, so as you can see, there's another check mark here. Just put the Mora out of the way. Get our smallest, thinnest wedge and start again. And there's another bit gone off it. Okay, so now we're going to put another check mark in. And I'm just using the log underneath as an anvil really, so that we can get more purchase. And as that wedge works its way in, it starts slowly but surely to separate the log. Okay. So we have that down to a size now that I guess we can work our stick tang Mora through, you know. So the whole objective of this is so that we want to really try and get, we have a wet log and we want to get to the inner core that is dry. Okay, but that's having no problem working through that now. One thing I will say, I would prefer to do this with my Genesis because it's full tang. But when you're battening with a stick tang, this is very important. You don't wail down on the handle because that is the weakest area. So you just hold the handle and let the blade do the work. And that's how a lot of people break stick tangs. They put a lot of their body weight on the handle. I'm just holding the handle there and it's working its way through fine. We'll just put one final check mark across this. And just be really, really careful when you're taking this off that you never catch your hand with it, okay? Just really the benefit of this video and the purpose of this video is to show you that there is ways and means if you don't have a full tang knife on you or a very large knife. There is always a way and mean. And of course, just take your time. So we have that, it's almost down now to the level that a stick tang knife can work the way through it. So we've gone from that log to stuff this size. There's nothing there now pretty much that your stick tang, with the exception of this one. I'll just put one more check down through that just to finish the job. But there's nothing there that your stick tang pretty much can't handle. Okay, so we have broken it down and it's as simple as that. Is it time consuming? Yes, it is time consuming. but it's not very calorie consuming. So guys, I hope that helped, and like I always say, I still recommend having a knife of unbreakable integrity and structure. Full tang is the way to go, it really is. And a knife like this would steam through this, but you know, if you don't have this with your, you know, you really only have a stick tang, that's the way to go. I would strongly urge people to avoid folding knives. Even really expensive folding knives can break really easily. A stick tang like that is even better. Okay guys, thanks for dropping by and see you soon.